Hello and welcome to another Enso VN gaming video, and today we're going to be doing all the versions of Neo Enel, who is a Dex raid, and god damn it is he hard as hell. The three classes are Powerhouse, Driven and Cerebral, three of like the least good like free-to-play teams I'd say. So we're going to start off with the Powerhouse team, which is going to be the only legit team that I would recommend you using. It's I think all free-to-play? Yeah, it's actually all free-to-play, which is actually kind of cool. So Raid Sanji boosts Powerhouse by 2.75 times, as long as you don't hit anything other than a perfect, in which case you'll do no damage at all. Legend Akainu, I think you should know what he does, boosts attack by ×4 if you have a strength orb. Beppo is actually so good for this, and he's actually the only damage threshold remover on global at the moment. And he's very cool. Okay, so yeah, he's not actually completely free to play. The only non-free to play is Beppo, and he's literally almost mandatory. If you don't have Beppo, you actually have to just stall out the damage threshold. Like, there's literally no other character on global right now that's a Powerhouse unit that removes damage threshold, which really sucks. What's his name? Gear 4 is there obviously for the affinity bonus, which is going to be very useful for the bunch of strength characters. Neko is there for the attack boost and matching orbs, and Kuma is there for the orb boost. This team is pretty, like, I'd say it's 100% safe. I don't think you can fail using this team. Actually, the only way you can fail is if you miss perfects with anyone really, because Sanji will then stop boosting your attack. So it's pretty much just more about execution than like team composition, feeling it. You can see that I'm really bad at like managing the lightning. You should really use it like to your advantage. Like, you can use it to kill the lobsters and turtles on stage 2, and use it here to kill the seahorses and these guys as well. If you see the guys with like spears, then they won't insta die to the lightning, but these dudes with like the wings will. But it's not really that big of a deal, especially with this team, since you're just going to one-shot Enel anyway, which you really should have to do with most of the teams. All the Enels will have about 4 million HP and do a bunch of crap. They usually have like a debuff protector, but only for like 3 turns. Here he has a 5,000 damage threshold for 3 turns, which is why Beppo is so good, just removes it instantly. Also gives you all block orbs, but that's fine because Neko or Kuma would have removed them anyway. Make sure you use Gear 4 first and not last, because he will randomize your orbs even if they're matching. So make sure you use him before you use Neko. And then the Beppo, as I said, to remove the threshold. Kuma with the orb boost. Just literally just spam out all your specials on the first stage. I didn't use Kuma. I didn't use Kuma. What the hell? Why did I not use Kuma? Oh, wait, is this the one where like you can't use orb manipulation? I actually don't know why I didn't use Kuma. I'll double check. I'll write on the screen if like I messed up there, but apparently you don't even need Kuma to... Oh, I think I was saving it just because yeah, it is this one. Like, I'm so dumb. Yeah, you can't use orb manipulation while Enel was alive, so that's why I didn't use it there until turn 2. On to the second one, which is Cerebral, which is like the worst team here, because he will again have damage threshold, and literally there's only one character on global, and it is 20th anniversary Nami, which I don't own. So we're gonna have to do what you would do if you don't have Beppo, and that's just stall out the 3 turns, which freaking sucks. So I'm gonna use Inazuma to tank. He's actually not that great for this either, because he only reduces damage above 5,000, and I don't think the dude like with Enel does more than 5,000 damage, so you're not actually reducing any damage from him. And then Enel's only reduced, you still take like 10,000 damage a turn, but really there's not that many great damage reducers that are Cerebral. Khalifa was the MVP though, because once you're below 10% HP, she will reduce all damage by 100%, which is so vital like, for this. I don't think you can do it with this team if you don't have Khalifa. So that's why I said like these teams are like not legit, and like really like these classes are terrible for like most people. Kuma again is here for... He's actually not here for the orb boost, because what happens is Enel has a interrupt where if you use an orb manipulation, he will cut your HP by like 90%, and then change all your orbs into bother orbs, as well as lowering your attack by like half or something for 1 turn. So you need an orb manipulation to activate first, get rid of that debuff, then use your second orb manipulation with Rayleigh. Young Rayleigh is here because he's an attack booster. He's also strength, so you can use Momonga, but I don't know if that's going to be enough damage. Law really isn't that necessary. I think you can just kill him with the attack boost, the orb boost from Rayleigh. But you know, it's nice to just have like the insurance. Here you can see once again, just struggling to kill these seahorses. I really should have like timed up the lightning better. Law actually is kind of good once the damage threshold is down, and you can use his special to just one-shot the mobs around NL. But that's not super necessary, you can just like kill them after the turn after you kill NL. But it's just nice to be a bit faster. So I think you can just use like Young Rayleigh as the captain, it should be okay, I think. And then you replace Law with like another strength unit or something. Here I got freaking locked up because this team has like no sockets. But luckily these guys only have on like a 2-turn CD, they don't do that much damage anyway, so you should be fine even if you have no like sockets. As you see there, the lightning one-shot that guy. Now onto Enel himself, once again 4 million HP, 6,000 attack a turn. They will actually lock your orbs, and then for 3 turns give you bomb orbs, which means I really don't want to attack with anyone in case I miss and do some more damage to myself. Like, your HP is very vital in this stage. Plus, next turn, Enel will change all your orbs to bother orbs anyway, so you won't keep having bomb orbs. As well as, of course, being that 5,000 damage threshold, so you're not doing any damage, even if you hit your perfects anyway. So here he clears all your buffs and lowers your chain, which is why I don't use it in a zoom on turn 1 and use it on turn 2, because then it lasts 2 turns. But it actually doesn't really matter. And actually I should use it on turn 1 because I'm using Khalifa next turn. So I'm not just going to take any damage anyway. So here I'm going to use Kuma to activate the terrible threshold thing. You also have to be careful of the lightning when you use Kuma. Like, you want to time it so you either use Kuma and then the lightning won't strike you, or you use Kuma and then you use Khalifa as well. Because if you... Because here it drops your HP to like 5%. So even if you take 0, so even if you have enough HP to tank the hit after this somehow, like the lightning will probably kill you. So here we go. Hit all my perfects, even though it doesn't matter. Just to heal a tiny bit. Though we're gonna burst them next turn anyway, so I don't know bothering doing this. I think I was just scared that the lightning would go through the thing, and actually I think it does. I think it does. It does. Alright, so yeah, make sure you have enough HP to tank the lightning, or like use it on a turn where lightning won't strike. This is why this is super annoying. I hate this freaking lightning mechanic. So now finally, with all the damage threshold gone, you can activate all your specials and one-shot him. You can also, like, if you can tank enough hits, you can use a delay, but Enel will still clear buffs every like 3 turns or something, so you have to be careful with that as well. There's a lot to think about fighting Enel, which is super annoying. Luckily here, you should have more than enough damage, so it's all good here. On to the final team, which is the Driven team, which is so bad. It's actually a free-to-play team if you don't count the captains. The thing here is you can see that I'm using Story Mode Caesar Clown, Colosseum Kid, Colosseum Gladius, and Cavendish from Treasure Map mode. And you want to wonder why I'm not using Raid Aka Ainu, because he would be perfect for this. It's because I haven't maxed him out. He's on like a 28 CD, so he's literally unusable. So I had to think of a different way to get completely matching orbs. Like, Raid NL would make this so easy. If you have Raid NL, you can clear this pretty simply. But because I don't have him, I'm going to have to use Caesar Clown and Kid. So Kid will empty all my orbs, and then Caesar Clown special changes all orbs that are empty into matching orbs. That's the links I had to go to get this team to work. Also, of course, I had to clear the class requirements for Blackbeard. So I have a shooter, slasher, fighter, and striker on my team. So if you have a maxed out Raid Aka Ainu, you can replace Caesar Clown with him, and then use, instead of Kid, you can use just a different striker, doesn't really matter. But of course, if you don't have Legend Blackbeard, you can use, what's his name? Fortnite Caribou, who removes damage threshold by 2 turns. But NL implies it for 3 turns, so you have to use Caribou special, and his sailor ability is that when another character uses their special, it reduces his CD by 5. So if you use 2 other specials after you use his special, his CD will actually be back up again. So you use Caribou, use 2 other specials, and then use Caribou again, and then your it will remove the damage threshold. The reason I'm using Blackbeard obviously is just to bypass the threshold, and also bypass the Great Shield barrier that NL has. So that's like a 2-for-1, and why Blackbeard is great for this. But yeah, if you have Raid Aka Ainu maxed out, use him instead. And if you're wondering why the hell my Caesar Clown has like lowered CDs, even though the books aren't even out in Japan, I had to use Universal Skill Books on him to get him on a low enough CD to be usable. Because like even on the database, they don't even know what his max CD is, because no one bothers to like use skill books on this guy. But you know, I had to do it for the video, so. So you can see here, damage reduction, and he gains a great barrier. Super annoying. But we just used Kid, MTR orbs, had one strength orb that does like no damage anyway. Then use Caesar Clown to get matching orbs, holy crap. Then use Cavendish to give you orb and attack boost. And then just target Enel and take him down. Obviously, I also used the Doflamingo special to get that sweet 0.2 added to the chain. Of course you can use Colosseum Enel instead of Gladius, it's going to do a lot more damage, but obviously I haven't maxed him out yet because he's been out for like a day and skill up isn't arrived yet. So that's a great choice to for the shoot position. As you see there, Enel has been one shot, and then these guys you can just take over the next couple turns. And that is it. Holy crap, Neo Enel was hard as hell. I had to like go through everything in my box just to ensure that I could beat him. But I could, and I think that's what matters. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Post any other teams that you could use in the comments down below. I'm sure there's like a million other teams that are way better than the ones I used. Donate to the PayPal if you're feeling generous. Join the Discord if you like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my Nakama!